This is the Movie Bros. I'm Wojo. This is JP. And today we're reviewing The Muppets.
Yes.
The new Muppets movie. The one that's coming out on DVD. This week came out on DVD.
Came out on DVD.
Beautiful.
And
I love Kermit the Frog. Who's your favorite Muppet?
Who's my favorite Muppet? That's a tough question because I love the Muppets. It would be, I'm a big fan of Beaker. And Bunsen Honeydew.
You kind of seem like a nice in-between of Beaker and Bunsen Honeydew.
Because they're just funny. And Sweetums is awesome.
Sweetums is awesome.
I
like Gonzo.
Gonzo?
I go old school. I go part of the core group.
Gonzo. Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, I love the movie too. The movie was great. Thank you, Jason Segel, for not ruining my childhood.
Oh yeah, well, Jason Segel is that was part of his. He's a fanboy of it. When you have a fanboy do it, you kind of have that like. It's like Joss Whedon directing Avengers. He's a fanboy. He likes it. You're going to get what every other fanboy wants to see.
He wants to respect it. And it was funny, and it was a real throwback to, Muppets that we all grew up with. And, it's funny, it's interesting how they included kind of obscure Muppets at the same time, Muppets that you're not necessarily knew were there, through the years and whatnot. But I thought, and the plot was pretty funny. I thought it was well put together, and
they also introduced they had it from the point of view. You weren't following Kermit the Frog. You were following
a fan.
Walter. You were following a Muppet who is a fan of the Muppets.
Right,
which is kind of weird. It was very surreal.
Right, it was interesting.
And then you had a guy who was kind of a fan of the Muppets going around with his brother.
I mean, didn't Manor or Muppet won a Grammy?
No, not Grammy. Won an Oscar.
An Oscar.
Yeah,
for best musical,
best original song.
It won that's.
Then again, it was only going up against Rio,
right,
for one song. So it was a 50-50 shot. It was going to win.
But still, I mean, it was a funny song too. Manor or Muppet's awesome. I want to get it on my iPod, but I mean, the whole thing is a musical, so there's a lot of funny musical numbers. Very well put together, I thought.
I gotta say, I really did enjoy it. I think it's probably one of my picks for 2011 as far as favorite movies. We gotta do a top 10 list of 2011.
We could do that at some point.
We should do it at some point. Anyway, great plot. Brought back. I didn't utilize all of the Muppets, but I liked
not all of them, but a lot of them were in it.
Yeah, well, a lot of them were obviously in it, but it didn't utilize some of the more favorites. You saw Ralph in there for 2 seconds. Although he's never really been in there for a lot more than 10 minutes of something. I love his kind of bit where he oh, how do we get you on board? He was sleeping. You want to help out? Yeah. All right.
Right, and yeah, that was funny, and I mean, it's just an entertaining movie that will make you smile and be nostalgic for, an hour and a half or so.
I want to see what they do as far as coming up with a sequel with this, what Disney does, because I'm sure they're going to want to do something with their parks now. I hear they might be redoing Muppets 3.
No!
What?
They better not get rid. If they do anything with that,
redo it.
I'm going to be so pissed. It's perfect the way it is. Muppet Vision 3D is amazing. It was one of the last things Jim Henson himself ever worked on before he passed away was Muppet Vision 3D at Disney World, and it's awesome, and they better not touch it or else I'm going to be pissed. That's all I'm saying.
Well, because I remember they were back a while back, years ago. I this isn't even something in my memory, this is something I looked up. They were going to come up with something called the Great Muppet Movie Ride, where it was supposed to be an in-between of, Muppets 3D and the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting. But
maybe if they added another Muppet thing and not just got rid of...
They had, before Muppet Vision, they had, a live stage show where, characters of the Muppets, full-size Kermit the Frog would, and,
that's awesome.
Electric Mayhem and all them would be up and singing and stuff. Before, it was Muppet Vision 3D, and then they changed it. But... I mean, I love the Muppets. Who doesn't love the Muppets? Let's be honest. Communists don't like the Muppets, and Nazis.
Fox News. Did you hear the whole thing with Fox News?
Yeah, that they were pissed at somebody was pissed at the Muppets.
Yeah,
was it Fox News or was it
Fox
a person that was?
It was a person on Fox News.
It was on Fox News.
Somebody on Fox News, because because the bad guy was an oil baron.
Well, yeah, obviously they're miserable, terrible human beings, oil barons. You didn't know that?
Nope. No.
I don't know.
Apparently, oil barons are miserable human beings.
I don't know them, but I bet if I met them, they would be miserable, terrible people that would want to, destroy the Muppets.
They would be oil barons.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, everybody loves the Muppets, really.
Because everybody knows wherever a Muppet sets home, that's where oil is.
Exactly.
So the Muppet Studio is like the ultimate climax of oil. Because there were all the Muppets that enjoyed being there. Sure. We'll just go with that.
Anyway, yeah, and it was. I wish there was a Muppet studio like that. Like I've always wanted to go to Jim Henson's.
That
studio.
would be cool. Like have something like that,
where they did like Dark Crystal and where they did, Labyrinth and where the history behind that, and how awesome was it. I watched another documentary I watched. Being Elmo, about the guy that plays Elmo.
Oh, I actually have heard about that.
Awesome. It was great. It's just all about his life, how he got into puppeteering, and he met Jim Henson. The whole nine. He worked on Dark Crystal. It was pretty cool, actually. But yeah, I mean, that'd be awesome to go see the workshop.
That would be awesome. We should go.
We should.
We should build our own Jim Henson workshop. It'd be cool if we did this with puppets. We could build puppets.
Anyway. You're losing them, man. You're losing it.
I'm losing it!
The Muppets, great movie. Go see it. Rent it.
Buy it.
Buy it on DVD or Blu-ray. Go get it. It's awesome. See it with the whole family. Make a movie night out of it with the family. Go see it.
And if enough of you buy it, maybe they'll make a sequel.
Yeah, that too.
What would they make a sequel out of, though? Like,
I don't know. It's the Muppets. They can do whatever they want.
Well, would they do like another spoof Muppets kind of movie, like they did with the Great Muppet Caper and the Muppets Take Manhattan?
Some of the greatest films ever made, by the way.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really care. I'd go see it, really.
Even Muppets in Space Again?
You had to remind me of that. That was pushing it.
But yeah, go check it out. It's on DVD this week. It was an amazing movie. Probably one of my top 10 for...
Is every movie in your top 10?
Top 10 for 2011. I already said it for this review.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay,
that was the only time I said top 10.
Jesus, this was over 5 minutes ago. Why are we still talking? Go see it.
Go check it out.
Now.
It's sexy.
Go now.